Hey guys, it is me, Laura, and I am going to show you what we are doing for our 4-year-old for pre-K for the 2017-2018 school year. Now, I normally would not do this much for pre-K. I would not make it formal, but because I'm working with my older child on homeschool, I need things to keep my 4-year-old occupied, and I need to make sure that I am taking time to do things with him that happened more naturally with my older. It's easy for me to do lots of stuff with my older child and feel like I've done them, and then I don't do them as much with my 4-year-old. So I have created this system to kind of solve all those problems, and he loves school. My 4-year-old is a school-made kid. Like, he loves this kind of stuff. For Bible, we are doing What's in the Bible with Buck Denver. It's a DVD series, and normally I'm not crazy about doing screen time with this age, but this is such a good series, and both boys really enjoy it. And the way we will be doing this is on Mondays we will watch an episode of What's in the Bible with Buck Denver and do a little discussion guide and be introduced to our new memory verse. And then on Tuesday use felt, or we will act out Bible stories or draw pictures or just do something creative with the Bible stories that we heard. Wednesday, I found a website that has made flashcards for all the different episodes, and so I turned those into game cards, and so we'll play a Bible trivia game. I Googled and I found a printable generic Bible trivia game board, and so we'll just play with that. And then on Thursdays, we will read some of the stories that they talked about, the Bible stories, either in the Bible or a Bible storybook, or I'll kind of let them pick and we'll read about the stories that were interesting to them. And then on Fridays, there is a CD that goes with this, and it reinforces some of the facts and the lessons and the vocabulary and everything, and I can get that from iTunes Family. We can listen to that for free, so we will be listening to that. And then I'm also going to include a couple other things so that we can memorize our books of the Bible and things like that. So we'll do songs, and then there are also on the website for What's in the Bible with Buck Denver, there are printable coloring pages for free, so I'll probably do some of those as well. So that is our Bible. And then next we have this drawer, which is read aloud / games. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we will have a different book each week, and we'll do that book 3 times, and each day will be a different activity to do with the book. So in this case, he's going to be doing, just to give you an example, press here, and it's a fun little book about dots, and you press here, and it's kind of a really interactive book. And then he's going to use the dot markers and make his own dot book. And I'm just getting these books. These are books I have, or books we get from the library, doing quick Google searches for activities, and that's kind of how I'm coming up with that. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, Timothy loves playing games, so we have a lot of games for his level, so we'll pick a game and put it in there. This is our math drawer, and for Timothy this year, I'm actually trying a number of different things. The goal is to keep it all fun and kind of play-based, but I also want to see how he learns best, what he responds best to. For example, with Samuel, he didn't like the manipulatives as much. He just liked doing mental math and stuff like that. So I'm just going to play around and see. This is farmland math from Timberdoodle, and I actually used this initially with Samuel. It comes with a farm mat and these little counter animal things. And so it's got a story. It's meant to do once a week, which is probably what we'll do with it, but it's got a story and teaches things like patterns and colors and counting and some really basic stuff like that. But what you do is you read the story and your child acts it out with the farm animals, and it's really fun. Timothy really likes Farmyard Tales with Poppy and Sam, and it's an Usborne book, and he loves it. So we replace the names in the story with the names of the animals and the farmers from Farmyard Tales, and he just gets a big kick out of it. So we will be doing this some more. And also for math, like I said, there's several things because we're just having fun and trying to see what will work. We're almost done with this mathematical reasoning beginning 1, and he really likes this, so we're also going to go on up to beginning 2 this year. And this is something I have. We'll probably do a little bit later, but I already had grade K. I didn't want to get another one this year. But this is like a story-based math. You have a story, and then it's meant to be done over the course of a week. Each day you have a little activity to learn the math concept. I have this as ebook, but I went ahead and printed this out so that I can see what the weeks are and what kind of he's learning, so I can match it with some of the other stuff and see how he does with that. Samuel really, really liked this, and he likes the story-based stuff, which made us go with the math lessons for a living education. So we'll see what Timothy thinks of this. And the other program that we have, which again I already had, is Mequon Math, and I actually have several of the workbooks all in here, as well as this basic book. And what this uses is it uses keys and air rods, and the idea is that it makes math fairly concrete. Each color and length is a different number, and they memorize those and use them to do math. And so I have this fun little alphabet book, which I got from, I don't remember where I got it from. I think I got it from Rainbow Resources. Oh no, yeah, I think so. I don't remember exactly where I got it, but I got it a while back. And then I also have, from the various Mequon books, I have sorted. I took out all the pages and I sorted them by subject. And then this lab book, if you look at these, and I'll link to my video on Mequon, but some of these worksheets are a little bit difficult to figure out what on earth you're supposed to do with them. And so this book right here, let's see if I can, comes in really handy because it's the lab sheets and annotations, and most of these lab sheets can be used multiple ways, and so this just kind of goes over them all and tells you how you can use them, and it's kind of fun and hands-on in the game. And then otherwise for math, we'll just be using math storybooks, either from the library or ones we have on hand, other fun math things, like maybe math games that we have or things like that. So that's what we'll be doing for math. And then next here we have phonics, and I have some mazes for pen control for handwriting in there. This is more like English, and right now he's got a sheet where he can practice writing his name, and this is from the Logic of English program, which I have been using with Samuel. Now this is a program that's meant for ages 4 to 7. That being said, I am not doing as thorough of a job as I did with Samuel, because I started him much later in this. I started him at the end of his kindergarten year, and so I am skipping some of the stuff, but kind of trying to introduce the main points. We're not doing a lot of the handwriting right now, but using this as a guide to kind of introduce letters and listening for sounds and rhyming and things like that. So I'm using the workbook pages. We're just going through it really slowly, and then I'll be focusing on a letter at a time as well. I have some sheets that I printed out online. I don't remember where I found them, but they're like Play-Doh mats, one for each letter. And so like for A, I think it's an apple tree, and so you use Play-Doh and put apples on the tree. And then this, Timberdoodle sent me this to review, and these you use wiki sticks, which are like wax covered pieces of string, so they bend and they're not really messy, and so you can see here you can make the letters out of the wiki sticks. And so I'll put these in, and then I have this white clean letter practice that we can use. He really likes that, and I have some other little letter activities as well. And from time to time, he likes this Everyday Literacy Pre-K book from Evan Moore. I have the e-version, so I just printed this out with what's there. But the idea is that it's meant to go over a week. We usually do most of it at once, but I would read him a story about the picture, and there's little activities. that they do every day to reinforce the concept that they're learning. And it's just something that he kind of enjoys doing. So we'll be putting that in there. So it's not really phonics, but definitely definitely language arts. So that is that. And then his next one is logic and fun. And we have some logic games that I'm not really showing here, but like some little logic puzzles, like we have some car puzzles where you've got to put the pieces in right and things like that. So that kind of stuff will go in here. And also he has this Bambino Luke, which I got from Timberdoodle. And the way this works, see, these are the books that he has. He's got the See and Sort. This is just a sample book that came with it. Transportation and traffic signs, zoo animals, seek and compare, think and associate, farm animals, identify and relate. And then there's a whole nother set after this as well that I don't have yet. I'm not sure how long this will take him to get through, but I put a sticky note on it to let him know how many puzzles he's got to do that day. But I'm just gonna show you kind of how this works. So what he does is you set up the controller like this so that it's covering both pages and each one is lined up. And I've already got these set up, but you can see at the top of the picture it tells you what tile to put there. So the duck, and so you do that with all of them. And then when you pick up a tile, okay, so that blue cat or purple cat, purpley blue cat is under there. So then I'm going to look for that cat, put this here. And this is a red cat. And then when you're done, you close it up and you flip it over and everything matches up. So I know, and it looks like this one, only I've got to flip it this way. There we go. Now it looks like that one. So I know that I did it right. And so then you can set it up again. And there's all sorts of, there's math ones, there's reading ones, there's logic ones, there's all kinds of different little booklets here. But it's really kind of a fun thing for him to do. And also for that, I have fun things that I'll put in there that are just totally fun. And so I have some sticker books, a building site sticker book, a train sticker book, and this is, I got this from Timberdoodle. It's Evan Moore Never board book, and it just has loads of fun, like cutouts and puzzles and little games and things that are really, really fun for this age. And so I can just pull things from here. And then there's also the Neverboard 2 book, which is a little bit more academic in nature, not quite as colorful, but it's got lots more really fun stuff that he can do in there. You can make puppets and just all sorts of fun stuff. So that's good. And then these I'm using for both boys. They're just some wipe clean activity books that they both really are excited about. And so I'll just be using those. And so this is just kind of a fun little drawer for him to keep him a little bit busy and occupied while I'm working with his brother on some more school. So that is that, and this is from the Neverboard book. This is where he'll get to make a car and a door that opens, and anyway, there's that. And then once he's done with all those, he can play in these star bins in whatever order he wants or however he wants to do that. This top one will always have an art activity or messy play, and usually I'll put them in here and they'll stay the same for the week. I will only rotate these out probably every week, but I've got different, like I might just put paints in here, I might put crayons, I might put do-a-dot markers, I might put Play-Doh in here, I might put a fun little experiment, science experiment, so just kind of mess that he can do kind of open-ended. All of this stuff is open-ended, and that's really important so that he can have fun doing some open-ended play, which I believe is really important for this age, and also to give him plenty to do while I finish up with his brother. And then this one is always going to be blocks. These happen to be the Tegu magnetic blocks. Timberdoodle sent me these to review, and Timothy's played with them a couple times already. He's loving them. Also for these drawers, I have things set aside that I'm trying to keep just for homeschool so that it's special for him when he's playing, and to give me stuff to rotate out. And then this drawer will always have like puzzles or things that are more thinking or whatnot. And so these are little magnetic cars that you have to figure out how they go together. And so that's really fun for him. And so I have lots of other stuff around the house that we'll just use to kind of fill those up. So that is pretty much what I am using for my pre-K this year. Again, I normally wouldn't worry about doing anything formal at all, but he loves school. He wants to do it with his big brother, and he also needs things to keep him occupied while I'm doing school with his big brother. So this is what I've picked out. Let me know if you have any questions or if you want to see anything any more in depth. I will link any reviews that I have of these products closer up. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys are having a great day. I'll talk to you later.